Hello relatives, welcome to this week's Schlag Bite for the week, February 11th, 2013, entitled The Torch of Love. In March 2001, a 27-year-old Phoenix police officer, Jason Schecterle, was sitting in his parked patrol car when he was rammed from behind by a taxi going over 100 miles an hour. His car exploded into a fireball, and Jason sustained third-degree burns over 40% of his body. He was not expected to make it through the night, but he did. And for the next 2.5 months, every night he lay in a drug-induced coma, wrapped like a mummy. He was never expected to talk, walk, or see again. Amazingly, he survived, and he was discharged from the hospital 6 months earlier than anybody ever believed that he would. He was faced with many years of reconstructive surgery, but although he was severely disfigured, he left the hospital with his sense of humor intact. When his wife helped him put on his sweater before they were leaving and put it over his bald head, he said to her, "Careful, don't mess up my new hairdo, dear." The first time I saw him was the night that he carried the Olympic torch through Phoenix. It was about 10 months after the accident in January 2002, when it was on its way to the Winter Games in Salt Lake City, Utah. The organizing committee asked Jason to bear the torch and suggested he might do it in a wheelchair because it would be easier for him to hold up the 3.5-pound butane torch. But Jason said that he wanted to try to walk with it, and I saw him as I stood on the curbside as he ran by. His wife, Susie, was running around him with a camcorder. They were both laughing, and the crowd cheered, and I was moved to tears. Jason retired from the police force. He founded a nonprofit called Beyond the Flames, which is to help people who've experienced unimaginable adversity and help them triumph over their tragedy. He's also fathered his third child, and he chuckled when he said, "Not everything got burned." I met him personally for the first time last week when he spoke at a gathering. And Jason talked about what happened to him over the last 12 years, showed us pictures of what he looked like before the fiery inferno, described what it was like when he saw himself for the first time, looked at his scarred face without eyelids, ears, or nose, and he decided at that moment in time that he could live with it. Jason said that he knew his wife and children loved him. They reminded him of his true soul, the essence of his spirit, and not just his disfigurement. When he finished speaking, I introduced myself and told him about the first time I saw him jogging down Camelback Road holding the Olympic flame and how much he inspired me. Jason said thanks, and then added, "I am the luckiest man in the world. I could never have imagined my life being so full." I want to say to you, happy Valentine's Day, relatives. Go out for a walk, or run, or have dinner with your sweetie, and carry the torch of your love. I say this for all my relations. Mitakuye.